All right, go ahead. Show me like how you would mark this up, bro. All
Support and resistance, you know.
right, now what you looking at now?
Support and resistance. You know, get a few levels on this. Boom. However many levels I got on it. Start looking at like start seeing if the market is making like W's or M's in the market. Well,
Okay.
what has it made? Like what would this be? This was a W and stuff.
Okay, and we're gonna get into literally the basics of market structure institutionally, all right? Because I know that you have a perceived thought of market structure is based off of let's say support and resistance, right? Is what we're saying. Um, Now when we're talking about support and resistance, there we go. Um, we can talk about key things. So I lost on this Bitcoin trade. I didn't even want to look at the day chart, bro. I always look at the day chart, especially on my forex pairs, my more slower pairs and stuff like that. But with NAS, bro, because it moves so damn fast, like you really don't even have time to really be looking at the day chart. You get what I mean? Okay. So now
Yeah.
we're talking about market structure, right? Now I'm gonna delete all this stuff real quick, bro, just so we can have this together. I'm gonna leave that gone box right there though. I'm gonna delete the fibs. I'm gonna keep that right there because that's my trade idea for NAS, and I'm gonna show you why. All right. So now, when we're talking about market structure, bro, I want you to stop thinking about market structure as as support and resistance. All right. I want you to stop thinking about price like that, bro. Um, because they say support and resistance, and then this should get smacked, right? If you're trying to take buys, all right. But I'll show you. I'll show you today, really how what true support and resistance looks like. All right. But let's look at the market in waves. Okay. When we look at the market in waves, we're looking at from swing point to swing point, right? But now let's say that we took this and we took the sell objective, right? And now we're starting to go down, okay? So now we're making lower highs and lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs and lower lows, right? We're higher when we were going on the uptrend, we were making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, right? So you can start to see this in the market everywhere you start to really look at, okay? And now support and resistance, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's the wrong thing or anything like that, but when trading institutionally, we're talking about precision. We're talking about sniper. Like literally everything that we do is to a point. Okay, so now there's literally four patterns that you're gonna be looking at in the market now. All right, the first pattern is we're gonna be looking at on an uptrend continuation. Okay, the second one that we're going to be looking at is a downtrend continuation. All right, these are the most easiest trades to get in. Okay, these are the most easiest trades. You see price go up, like for instance, Bitcoin, right? People are so lost into the hype of Bitcoin going up to 100,000, Bitcoin going that they don't understand that expansion that pushed up, and I'll explain when we get to Bitcoin. That expansion that pushed up, it's always gonna have to come back down. Like, bro, like Bitcoin has potential to go back down to like 10,000, bro. And I'm gonna explain why, bro. But all we're looking for is expansion, retracement. Look for our entry, expansion, retracement, and the same thing. Expansion, retracement. Price is just legs in the market, right? Leg one,
So
retracement.
in
Leg
other
two.
words,
Go ahead, go ahead.
You saying ICC impulse correction continuation?
Yes, but just
Okay,
keep it simple though, right? Keep it simple as in just
that
continuation.
would be the suit
That
for
would
me.
okay, bet. All right, cool. So now we're gonna talk about reversals, okay? So we're talking about we have this uptrend, right? We have this uptrend, but the price completely smacks these lows, comes back up, and then now we have that right shoulder typically where now we see price. Okay, so now we can go ahead and let's actually I want to make this look realistic to you. So we're gonna go ahead and do something like this. Forecast, ghost feed. There we go. Go ahead and take that. All right, bet. All right, let's just try to make this shit look as real as we can.
Oh shoot!
All right. All
Oh
right,
shoot!
cool. So now we have this right here, bro.
That was cool.
So now we're making higher highs, right? We're making higher highs, but then once these lows get swept like this, then this is what we're talking about. We're talking about support and resistance. We could say support and resistance right here, but price literally smacks it, right? People think, okay, break and retest, that gets broken, right? People think break and retest continue to sell. Psych, we get even a deeper retracement into this first leg of impulse, and then we continue down and clear these lows. All right, and I'm gonna show you an example, bro, of how this is. All right, but now we're gonna go ahead and keep this, and we're gonna delete this, okay? Because now we're gonna talk about buy buy reversals, okay? And what I want you to do, bro, is I want you to draw this out, okay? Because when I first learned about this stuff, like I had to draw it out and continue to draw it out, like the continuation, draw it out, the reversal, draw it out, and then you'll start seeing the patterns in your mind, and then boom, bro, it'll just you feel me? But let's talk about these these cells, right? So we have boom, boom, smack these highs, retracement, and then we have that last push to the upside that clears that next high, right? So these are reversals, right? We have our highs that are right here that get cleared, right? Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, we have boom, 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 oh, boom, boom, and then we have that push up, right? So this is basically all we are looking for, all right? And I'll show you continuation, all right? I'll show you continuation uh, on this 8 hour, right? We're talking about Bitcoin selling, right? Look, here's your reversal right here, bro. If we didn't get no retracement, I think we're gonna get the retracement now because we cleared these lows right here. But I really need Bitcoin to, like, I really need Bitcoin to just drop like just dump. But here we go, right? We have high, low, high. What happens? Price clears these lows, right? Boom, continues to follow down, right? What happens? Makes new lows, clears them. Makes old lows, clears them, and it just happens over and over and over again, right? And let's say that we use support and resistance, right, on here, right? We're not precise at all, right? We're not precise at all. Let's say that we want to have our sell, right? Break and retest right here, right? Where our stop loss will be 3,000 pips. You feel me? Like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm not risking more than 1,000 pips on Bitcoin. You feel me? So like
What's that? $100? 0. Point, yeah, that's $100. 0.01.
on Hugo's way on KOT is
Who was
ten
like,
dollars. Yeah, I don't trade Hugo's way. If you want to trade KOT, let me know, bro. I got you. But but here you go, bro. You feel me? You have these reversal patterns right here that we see. We have hold on.
Stop flipping.
All right, bet. All right, so here we go. We have high, low, high, and then completely clear this. You get me? You see how that change reversal? How that price is changing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then now what happened? We clearing lows and stuff like that, right? But now with Bitcoin on the uptrend, right? We were creating highs, and same thing. Here we go right here. Sell reversal, right? Look, I can point this out every day of the week. Look, high, low, high. Oh snap! This low gets cleared. So now we change direction, trade back up into this imbalance right here, and
So wait,
boom.
question.
Go ahead.
Whenever price clears a previous low, is going to continue down.
Yes, but it has to retrace first, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Okay?
Well, let
Cause
me write this down real fast.
go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Whenever price clears low, it's going, it's down, but it has to retrace. But it has to retrace. Right? Right?
Yep, yep. My bad. I'm over here just tagging you in this, bro.
Whenever price clears lower
All
high.
right. So look, bro. All I want you to do, bro, is just draw it out, and you'll start to see it, right? Cause look, high, low, high, boom. It cleared that last low, retrace, right? I don't want you to think that we're trading off of the break and retest. We're not. We need a retracement, right? And I'll explain that in a minute, right? And then boom. Okay, so let's go into some. Ooh, this is perfect right here. Euro NZD is actually perfect, because a while ago we had some Wyckoff come in, right here. So we talk about reversals for the sell. Reversals for the buy. Here we go right here, right? We have boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So now this is a reversal on, right? So as you can see, we're making lows, right? We went lower than this last low, but then we cleared this high on that first expansion, right? We retraced back down, we went back up, went higher. We retraced back down, we went higher. Literally higher and higher and higher and completely smacked the out of this last high, right? So now we can talk about this continuation, and trust me, bro. I'm about to go ahead and break everything down because you're gonna start to see. Well, look, today, bro, is literally just a walkthrough, bro. This is just so you can understand how I think in the market. You can start to analyze it. Well, how the fuck you say, analyze it? Yeah, thank you, babe. Right, analyze it, and you can start to digest it and stuff like that. When we come back here on Wednesday, you'll start to see, you'll like literally, bro, in the next week or so, you'll start to understand like a lot of this shit that we're talking about. Cause you'll start to understand it. It's just really just applying it that makes sense, right? So we talked about reversals for the buys and reversals for the sales, right? Okay, but now we're gonna talk about fibs, okay? Because fibs is actually what we're gonna be looking at, all right? Before I get into fibs, though, I have to explain what the banks do with the market, and why we get these entries. Okay, so first things first. All right, banks. You already know they like to clear out liquidity, right? So this whole sell leg is banks pushing the market down, clearing these lows, right? People say support and resistance. This is why I don't talk about support and resistance. People talk about support, buy, and they're getting stopped out. You see? See support, support, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, right? Support isn't the way people identify support and resistance is not how you want to really start to identify support and resistance. Okay, because you'll start really getting taken out a lot. Okay, so now this is actually
Got a question for
a
you, bro.
go ahead, go ahead.
Does support and resistance equate to supply and demand?
No,
Like,
not at all.
okay,
Not at all. Not at all.
gotcha.
Supply and demand is this exactly what I'm explaining to you, right? When price, when banks push the market down, right? They have they have sell orders right here, right? They have sell orders all pushing right here, right? And then they start putting buy orders right here, right? And now, as you can see, price drastically changed direction. Not even like slightly, like completely changed direction. This is an 8-hour candle, bro. This is Euro NZD. This is more than 100 pips, without a doubt. 240 pips. Feel me? So the market changed that, drastically. Continue to clear these highs. Any retracement I get, I'm just gonna keep going, right? But regardless of the fact, banks are pushing these open, right? So now what banks will do though is banks will then drive price back down to where these open sell orders are and close those sell orders so they can be in profit or break even or whatever, right? And then now this is how you see these markets start to bust up, right? So now the levels that we're looking for when we're trading this is we are looking for 786
That's 618.
and 886 levels. Okay, you can just go ahead and screenshot this to take a picture of it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right, so now how to implement this, bro? If you're going for a buy, all you need to do is take the low of the fib first. You go from low to high. When going for buys, and when going from sells, you go the opposite. You go from high to low. Okay. So now this didn't really reach our destined, um, pocket area, right? Which would be there. So that means that this hasn't been balanced out yet, right? The market needs to stay balanced. This has not been balanced out yet, meaning that price needed to come back. It came back, filled this price, and then shot up, and then continued to sell down. Oh, I actually was buying. Oh, I was buying Euro NZD right here. That's crazy. All right, and then I got taken out. Yes, I remember that. All right, cool, cool, cool. So now, me understanding that we're clearing these lows, I'm feeling that we're going lower, right? So I'm looking at sales up here, right, to go lower, okay? But I'll explain that later, okay? Because I kind of am going all over the place. All right, but as you can see, we have expansion, retracement. Expansion, clear these highs, retracement, right? But now, I'm going to teach you what true support and resistance is, bro, okay? Remember, I was talking about price was not balanced out. All right. Now, there is gaps in the market that you can actually see, but they're not like really gaps, okay? These are just gaps in the market that are imbalances, all right? These are things in the market that have not been balanced out, right? So, what does balancing mean in the market, K1? Basically, what it means is when price goes one way, price has to correct and retrace back into that other way. Okay, so you see how price continues to go up, but there's no real retracement into any of these candles, right? You see how there's price retrace, go up, back down, up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. You don't see that right here. This is all left open price, right? You don't see any retracements below here into these sell candles. This is unbalanced price, okay? So how are we gonna fix this, okay? Or how can we use this, okay? So now you can start to identify your imbalances just by clicking the last little point of the retracement into the bottom of the wick right here, right? So this is my imbalance point, okay? And you can use these as support and
Go over
resistance.
that part again.
What'd you say?
Go over that last part again.
So how to identify the imbalance is you go for the basically like the retracement. The only retracement that has came was this. This was the only retracement. All right. So anything lower is going to be more balanced out. Okay, because you see how this went up and retraced back down. This
Mm-hmm.
went up and never got retraced back down. You get what I mean? This went up and never got retraced back down either. This should just no wick, just you spit up. You get what I mean?
Got you.
So now we have this imbalance here. You can actually use the top level more specifically as a support and resistance, but the optimal entry will be your bottom part of the imbalance, right? And you can see, we can zoom out, you can see how price literally just tapped that. And this is what we talk about: true support and resistance. True support and resistance. True support and resistance. True support and resistance, right? We can talk about this, on any part, right? Here you go, right? You have this imbalance right here. You have this imbalance right here. What happens, right? Price comes into this imbalance and boom, shoots right up, clears highs. You get what I mean? You see what I'm seeing now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now look, bro. I want you to ask me some questions about if you're anything confused, but okay, but I have some homework for you. All right. All I want you to do, all right, in your notebook or on the charts, I want you to just start drawing this. Okay, just start drawing this and then start drawing this, you know, um, you can start drawing this. Oops. Fuck, wait, that's the wrong one. All right, here we go. We have higher high. Boop. Okay, you start drawing that out. Start drawing the sales out. Okay, and like you'll start to see this in the market, and you'll start to see it play out. Okay, so just start drawing that out. Okay, because really, bro, it's all about patterns in the market and what you're seeing, right? Because we can look at NAS, bro, and I'm gonna show you why I was looking at this sale from earlier today. And I'm kind of mad that it didn't touch my entry, but it's all good. Um, right, I know NAS wants to continue to go back down. It has to at least come back down to this imbalance before we go higher. Well, it doesn't have to, but that's what we want to see. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into our 2 hour time frame, and we're gonna go into our 30-minute time frame, and I'm gonna show you this price action, bro, and why I think we're gonna come back up here and we're gonna start to sell. All right, so here we go. We have a low and we have a high. We have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have another low right there. That's what. So now this is our new trading range from this point to this point. So now this is why I was saying you don't really even need to go all the way back, because you know that your trading range is within this leg of price, right? Because this is that impulse retracement. Boom, impulse down. I'm really looking to clear these lows to come back into this candle right here, or even to clear these lows. Honestly, this I really think this needs to get closed right here. Why does my trend line keep changing colors like that, bro? Oh, that was trend line. That's why that was okay. But you see how that correlates to what I was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You capping. That's why you laughing, bro.
I'm dead serious.
All right, bet. All right, so now I got my trading range from point A to point B, from that high to that low, right?
Yes.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my fibs out. Now I'm going for a sell, so I'm gonna go from high to low, and now I'm looking for that pocket area. And you see my entry is within this pocket area. You see what I'm
Zoom
seeing?
in somewhere. Zoom in for me real fast.
Let's go to the 15 minute. Let's go to the 10 minute. Okay, boom. So now we're gonna get into entries pretty soon, and I'll explain entries. But like, you gotta understand market structure first, bro. Um, but yeah, 3 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute, and the 1 minute is what I was looking at this on, right? So you see this last buy to sell candle?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're looking at for our entries. Last buy to sell candle or last sell to buy candle. Okay, we can go ahead and look at the 1 minute because this is exactly where I was getting my entry off of, right? And we're looking at that last buy to sell candle. That's it, right? That's where price will be balanced out if price came above this, right? Because it came back into this wick right here or into price. I really want to see this go higher, but right. And then we have our stop loss right there. However,
What's that? How many pips is that from the imbalance to the
like 150. That's it. Feel me?
so
Boom.
15 points?
15 points, yeah.
All
That's
right.
it. You feel me? So now that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about precision.
Mm,
Precision is key, especially when looking in the market. Feel me? But yeah, bro. Talk about entries. We talk about market structure. We talk about imbalances, bro. You got any questions about anything, bro?
you recorded this, right?
Yes.
All right. Can you send this to me?
Yeah, I definitely will. Um, but yeah, bro. Did that help you out with anything, bro? Like, did you understand like how I be trading now, like how I be getting like snipes? You like the way of trading? You like this way of trading, or it's like
It's cool. I want to see results from it from my end too.
okay, bet, bro, bet. Okay, cool. So look, bro.
Wait,
Um,
this you doing this to pass your challenge, right?
yeah.
Did you pass yet?
Nah, not yet. I still got like another week and a half or something like that. I'm doing alright. I'm like around break even still. Haven't really seen no real setups. Last week I was fucking around and shit on the charts. Um, but yeah, I'm really just looking at. So I'll show you my setups and then we can go. If you got any questions, you can go ahead and ask them, and then we can hop off. So here we go. We have lower low, high, lower low. Created a new high, but we still went lower. But because we went lower,
That low.
now we went higher, right? And this is what I'm talking about. Support and resistance is these imbalance. You see how no retracement came in? Like you don't even really need to look at the candlestick itself. You see how no candle retraced into these candles at all. There's no other candles that came into this area of price. You get what I mean? This is a support. This is a resistance right here, right? This is that quote unquote supply and demand zone that we're talking about, right? So now we can start to look at our trades here. And now all we're looking for is just to come back, retrace back down. We get back into this last sell to buy candle, and then we go ahead and continue to go higher into these targets up here. Feel me? Easy. All this stuff is easy, bro. I'm not complicating it. None of that, bro. Same shit with AU. Same shit with AU, bro. We got this high, we got this low, right? That's my trading range right here, right? USD is strong, right? USD has been strong, 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 right? All I'm looking for is retracements back up here into these premium levels, and then we're gonna go ahead and keep selling back down, right? Because if we look at the trend, this shit's been going down. Cleared this low, cleared this low, cleared this low. We're just gonna keep going down, right? Until we clear these highs. Once we clear these highs, we can start looking for some buys, all right? But CAD JPY, this is actually a trade that I was looking at earlier, and I'm gonna kind of be mad at this if this does look at it. So I actually have my entry for this sell right here, where it's at right now, like right around here or something like that, right? So I just hope that. But I looked at it on a bigger time frame, like on a 4 hour, saw that that got traded into, but this has not got traded into equally. So I'm looking at that instead of this. So now my trading range is from here to here. That's my trading range. Okay. Boom. So now I'm looking at JPY, right? We've been going on an uptrend, right? But I see this, I see this going down for sure. Euro NZD. I'm gonna show you Bitcoin and stuff too. Euro NZD expansion, retracement back down to this last sell to buy candle, and we are good. Okay. Um.
Zoom in real fast, bro. On
So let me look at this on a 2 hour so you can see this better. So you see how no price came back and to retrace into these areas? Like no retracement. You don't see no black candle. You don't see none of that. No wick. You feel me? That means price is imbalanced.
mhm.
Price is not balanced out at this particular, at this specific moment, right? So now if we go ahead and continue to dumb this down, we can start to see that last significant sell candle, and this still is not balanced out, right? And now this is how we can start to find our entries. So now we got a 450 pip stop loss. Take profit with a 23 pip, 24 pip take stop loss. Okay, so now our risk reward is 18.6. So if we risk 1%, we're gaining whatever 18 times or 18.6%, right? I was thought we was talking about too. All right, so Euro CAD, right? This is also another trade, right? So one thing I also want to talk to you about before we hop off, bro, is liquidity. Okay, so when you see similar highs like that, that is where money is being placed. That's where it's people's stop losses, and this is where the market wants to take you out. Okay, but you see this last significant sell to buy candle right here? This is what we're looking at right here. And then we want 50% of that, and then that's our entry. Okay, so we're gonna go over entries and
They
stuff like
say
that.
wait,
We'll go into more. We'll go into entries later later this week. Okay, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you like how my market structure is working and stuff like that, and how we can really start to run this stuff up. All right.
wait, what did you say about liquidity?
Liquidity is just equal highs, equal lows, right? So, for instance, let me see. Oh, here we go. Speaking about liquidity, let's talk about Bitcoin. Look, this is liquidity right here. You see how price. This would be quote unquote support, right? You'll see on Instagram people start posting Bitcoin buy at 30,000, buy at 30,000, buy at the support, buy at the support, bro. Do not buy Bitcoin at all. Do not buy any crypto until Bitcoin is at least at like 25,000. Okay, but you see how there's so many wicks down here, like it's just creating like similar lows. That's
Hmm.
liquidity. People's stop losses are all down here. Buying, 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 buying. You feel me? People in their portfolio is like that bought around right here. Feel me? They're about to be crushed, bro. They're about to be crushed. Okay. So feel me? So I'm saying, bro, start looking at a similar bias. But now we talk about that expansion move. This is the expansion move right here. From this point, from 4,000.
What's expansion? Continuation?
No, expansion is just a leg of price that expanded away from, right? So this is an expansion, expanded,
Impulse move.
right? Impulse move, expansion, same thing, right? So now, when we talk about that last significant sell to buy candle, we have this last significant sell to buy candle that has not been retraced into at all, bro. So this is what I'm saying. We have a chance to come back all the way even down to 8,000, right? Like, of course, we're gonna clear 30,000. That's obvious. We're gonna go ahead and clear that, but we haven't retraced back into this last significant sell to buy candle since 2020. You feel me? So, like, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, bro. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money, but I highly recommend don't buy any crypto until like a while, like hell, probably like by the end of the year. But yeah, bro, we about to clear these highs, come back up here somewhere. Feel me? Just continue to go down. But yeah, bro, how was that?
I fuck with it.
For sure, bro. We